Hi guys, you may have thought that Brexiteers would have been satisfied this week with the extra checks or just the threat of them at the border with the EU, which is driving up costs and making trade a nightmare for small businesses in particular. Leave campaigners like Jacob Rees-Mogg want the NHS, social care, agriculture, hospitality, and pretty much any sector that employs foreign workers to suffer even more. So industry is struggling to find workers, which of course is reducing their scope to invest. And at the same time, you have people like the Right Honourable Gentleman from the 19th century who want to put up even more obstacles.
Sir Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As economically, mass migration has been shown to depress GDP per capita, and as it is clear that it is easier to control a much higher number of legal migrants, can I encourage the government to return to its promise of migration in the tens of thousands?
Oh my goodness, this guy is an economic arsonist. Okay, so first of all, he said that mass migration reduces GDP per capita. Okay, what evidence do you have to back up that claim? Well, you can't back up that claim because mass migration is not a technical term. It's not a scientific term. It's something extracted, or his entire theory here is extracted from Jacob Rees-Mogg's rectum. Mass migration is reducing GDP per capita. Once again, this is nonsense. He knows it. Now, what he's suggesting here is that the government impose arbitrary figures, because these are arbitrary. You have a number of sectors post-Brexit who are struggling to find workers: healthcare, agriculture, manufacturing, hospitality. All of these are struggling to find workers. And you're saying what we need to do is impose more restrictions, reduce their chances of finding the workers they need. Why would you do that? What is the sense in that? There is no sense in that. Now, I don't know whether it's Jacob Rees-Mogg needing to fill in some time when he's not on GB News. He has to show that he's actually doing something in Parliament. You know, there's an general election coming up, so he better show his face or he risks losing his seat. But what sort of ridiculous nonsense is this? Let's impose arbitrary limits on the amount of people coming into the country. You want to grow the economy. You keep saying we need to grow the economy. You were a supporter of Liz Truss. Liz Truss saying we need to grow. But in order to grow the economy, you need workers. If businesses can't find the workers, they're not going to expand. They're not going to invest more. That's simple economics. And just think about it for a moment. Here you have this economic arsonist who sold people this idea that Brexit would reduce costs for businesses, it would reduce the cost of living for citizens. And now he's saying what we need to do is we need to impose more. Remember also recently he was saying checks on the border would be damaging for UK businesses. Brexit checks. There were no checks before Brexit, was not necessary. Then he was saying we shouldn't impose these checks because there'd be a disaster for businesses. You know, the reality of Brexit. And now he's saying we need to do is reduce businesses' ability to hire staff from abroad. Because if they can't find staff in Britain, they have to find them from abroad. And you want to impose these arbitrary limits. It's nonsense. Nobody should be listening to Jacob Rees-Mogg. He's a charlatan. He doesn't care about Britain. He doesn't care about businesses expanding or investing. He doesn't care about growing the economy. It seems he's just interested in holding on to his seat for a bit longer. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.